Hi, in this video, I'm showing an watercolor that I did of an old photograph I found of my padrino, my godfather, back in Cuba, sometime in the 1940s. It was a sepia photograph, so I had to kind of invent or think of the colors that everything would be. I did the original sketch directly on paper. I decided not to do a transfer. I was kind of just doing this at night, just sometimes I like to doodle or just get something painted once a day. Um, and I've been really busy, so watercoloring for me is a way of stress relief and something that I can kind of put into my time when I have a complicated schedule. Um, because it's so portable and it's smaller, and I don't know, I just find it a lot quicker sometimes to do because paper's right then there instead of setting up a canvas. So I use my Viviva color sheets for some of the shadows, and I also use my Winston and Newton watercolors. Here I'm defining some areas of shadow around his nose and around his mouth. Unfortunately, I did not start videotaping when I first started the sketch because, like I said, it just was going to be something I was just doing the other night just to relieve stress, and then I just got more into the painting and wanted to continue and just add more details. So then I decided to start recording. So here I'm adding some reds to the nose so he kind of looks like Rudolph, but it will not dry like that. So you'll just see hints of pink and purples later on. Right now it does look like he's Rudolph, but that'll go away. And I blotted a little bit with a paper towel. I also have another clean brush that I use sometimes to wipe things off instead of using paper towels. So I go back and forth. I'm trying to kind of create that shadow around the eyes. If you look at the photograph, there's a lot of shadow there. And he's kind of like smiling, laughing. And I did not do this because it was more of a sketch than an actual drawing. And I kind of like to say it's a little different from a drawing, because a drawing I take my time and I get the perspective correct and I kind of measure the head and the nose and all of that proportion. And here it was more like I looked at the photograph and I just got my pencil and I started sketching, more of a freehand. So that's where I like to say it's different than a drawing. So, you'll see that the photograph and the actual painting are very different in the sense of his face is narrower, maybe a little bit longer, but I think I captured the smile, the laugh, and the joy that he had. And this was something I was just doing for fun, so I'm not too worried about it. Sometimes if I'm doing like a painting, like an oil painting or an acrylic painting or a more detailed painting, I will do, most of the time I will draw it out several times. I'll measure it, make sure that the proportions are all right. But sometimes you lose kind of the magic when you do that. And I wanted this painting to be fun for me, to connect with my godfather who passed away several years ago, and just to be able to just capture that moment in time that was such a great photograph on watercolor. And I really enjoyed just this time that I was doing this. And there it looks kind of dark blue, because I did use a bluish tone of watercolor paint, but it will once again dry lighter. And I'm just still trying to create those dark shadows. As you could see here in the next frame, it's already lighter and I'm adding some paint to the lips. Unfortunately, I did not record much more after this, so I will just show you some photographs of what it looked like afterwards. And I don't know that it's completely finished, but it's where I'm at right now. And so this is before I took off the tape, and this is after, and you could see that I added some more greens to it. Thanks for watching.